Hi there, Jen here. Today we're going over the Build Guide, your business overview, and I'm so proud that you are taking the time to learn about how you can create residual income, how you can shift your relationship with money. I am coming to you from my mom's house. I just felt a pull to want to spend some time with her, so I'll be staying here for a few days, just thinking about how impermanent life and how delicate life is, and the relationships that I really want to just sink into and lean into and snuggle into and enjoy, and she's certainly one of them. So before we start, I have some notes I took here for you. If you have feelings, anxiousness, fear around being judged, around having your own business, around MLMs, around receiving more money, I want you to just take a moment now and put your hand over your heart and breathe into your heart. Relax your shoulders, relax your face. And know that all we are doing here is learning to care for your own business. All we are doing is stepping into a new paradigm, which is so fantastic and greatly misunderstood. You are stepping into being paid for your great work. And you are leaning into a relationship with money and a relationship with time where you will have a lot more freedom, a lot more resources to have the fun that you want to have in life and to support the causes that you want to support. And if you have a story in your head right now around not having time, just know that we start this so simply and so slowly, steadily. Simply watching this video is proof of your expansion. Embrace it. And if fear around it comes up, just breathe more deeply and turn that fear into excitement. Because it is exciting. Your eyes open. I'm excited for you. This is my favorite thing to teach, I think. I'm going to share my screen now. And I'm going to show you, first of all, essential-practice.com, the most amazing resource that is given to us if you are on my team and Alina's team. Her business overview is right here. I just rewatched it to get inspired because she's such an elegant speaker. So essential-practice.com, and you click on start here and scroll down. Where I'm going to take you now is to doterra.com, where you can find the PDF that I'm about to go through. You can also order this hard copy, which I suggest you do. You go to Advocates, and then under Education here, Empowered Success. Give it a minute. And then there are a ton of resources for you to look at. We already looked at the Live Guide, but what we're going through is the Build Guide. Now, I already downloaded it to my computer, which you can do too. So I have mine in my doTERRA training folder under Lifestyle and Business Overview, Build PDF. Okay. This is your Build Guide, your business overview. So it's really asking you if you are ready for financial freedom. And the truth is, many of us are not. Many of us are not living financial freedom, which is why we come here. Many of us trade hours for dollars. Just like this guy who learned the hard way. He was hauling buckets from a water source, walking a couple of hours to then sell the water to the village or give the water to his family. His friend started building a pipeline. So initially didn't make all that much money, but eventually when he turned it on, he could then supply a lot of water to the whole village for very little energy. So this is what we're doing. And I just want to acknowledge that pipeline really is not my favorite analogy given what's happening in Canada and the States. The visual is not great. And what we're really talking about is creating a system, creating a structure that will continue to pay you. You do the work once, you set up the systems, and then it really grows on its own. So I just want to share where I was at. So when doTERRA came into my life in 2015, I had been teaching yoga for 3 years at that point. I loved teaching. I was teaching quite a bit, 12 classes a week. I did not take on more than that because I know for my personal energy in my nervous system that would equal burnout for me. Now, there are some amazing teachers, some of my friends who can just rock teaching 20 classes a week. That is not me. I was not able to do that. That was not prudent of me or professional because the quality of my teaching really dissipated. So I kept my classes to around 10 to 12 a week. And the reality was that I was not able to earn a living. I would often move back in home with my mom. I was racking up debt, and the stress that it created in my body, a sort of lack of stability in my root chakra, was overall, I now observe I was making bad decisions overall. So around that time, I was praying for something to come into my life, which is when doTERRA found me. Actually, someone presented doTERRA to me a year before, but I was not ready. So it took 2015 was the year that I became ready to welcome it into my life. And of course, the oils, which I have all right here with me at all times. Of course, the oils made a huge difference. This is my Momentum blend. And I was also open to seeing how I could start to build residual income. So residual income is true, lasting, continuous payment. I even made a commitment with my coach, which was I commit to establishing my core business and being paid abundantly, immediately, and continuously starting now. There is no limit on advancement and earnings. You have the freedom to choose your schedule and you are building your dream. So this is really what we are doing today. So ask yourself, is right now, if nothing changed right now, would you be happy where your life is in 5 years? Is what you are doing with your time right now building towards your dreams? This is what we're examining today. So once I had the oils for a bit, once I was ready, I asked my mentor, Maddie, how can I start to make this happen? And she says, well, you start learning about the oils, connecting with the community, and you start teaching. So that's what I did. And I really want you to know too, it's really important to me that you know that if there's a story in your head about not having enough time, I literally started with 30 minutes a week. Started really, really small, and it grows from there. So why did I partner with doTERRA? To be honest, I had been approached by other MLMs before, but they never spoke to me. doTERRA is just a next level. It is the largest essential oil business in the world right now. It took 7 years for it to become the largest in the world. Over 4.5 million customers, and that was true when this was made, but now it's over 6 million. And the reason why people love it so much is that these oils are sourced ethically and they are 100% pure. And the truth is that the industry is quite ugly, and many oils that say they are pure actually have perfume or they are adulterated. When you look at doTERRA oils, there's a little code here. You could put the code into a website called source2you.com. It will show you the day the oil was harvested and the exact tests that were run on the oil and the results of the tests. The testing is done by a third-party lab. lavender, still one of my favorites, the oil of communication, which can help me be really clear with you guys today. In truth, these oils really sell themselves. They work, people love them. They're truly effective. What you really start to do as you become a leader and really grow is to teach people about the opportunity to feel better in their bodies. People think it's way more complicated than it is. And the opportunity to have residual income, which is what I'm teaching you now. doTERRA is $1 billion company, and really important, they are privately owned. There are no investors, so there's no outside interest. So they really have, they can really stay true to themselves. There's no outside funding. These are the founders. So when I say they, oopsie, I'm talking about these people. I have met them all. I have shaken their hands. They are funny. They are brilliant. They are dorky. I certainly was in this very immature mindset. Oh, it's a bunch of white dudes in suits and one freaking woman. And that's just such a narrow-minded and really immature way to look at it. Don't judge people by the color of their skin or how they look. I've met these people and they are brilliant and dorky and kind and caring. Dave Sterling here, second from the left, the tallest. He has a passion about making people free from debt. That is really what he's here to do for you and for me. Emily Wright is just like an angel fairy pixie who happens to be our director of marketing. So much heart. Rob Young here is he's hilarious and so brilliant. And here is Dr. Hill, who is our oil expert. I could go into more of them, but those are who I know the best. So Source to You was what made me all in, but also something called co-impact sourcing. So many oils come from poor countries. doTERRA goes in, makes relationships with these communities. Sometimes it takes years, often it does, and will help create projects with the people in these villages. What is it that you want? A school, a clinic. They also partner with amazing charities, and there's so much heart and so much integrity in the vision of this business. So that's what made me all in. All right. Okay, success is simple. There's 3 simple steps to build your business. So people say, well, what do I do? It's so easy. It's this acronym called PIPES, P-I-P-E-S. So the first thing you do is prepare, and preparing is like what you're doing today. You learn, you educate yourself about the business, about the oils, you use the oils. Next, you invite people to come to little study groups, to go for coffee, to make blends, and to learn together. And truthfully, I was very nervous to teach classes at the beginning, even though I am a yoga teacher and I often teach to 20, 30 people at a time. So I started with just one person at a time, and then classes felt really good. And now I love classes because the sharing and the community that happens in a class setting is really very special. But you could start with one person. Then you start to present the oils, the message of wellness. These are resources that you can get through doTERRA. They're really useful. This business is really not about reinventing the wheel. Everything has been done. Notice I'm using a build guide that was created by, this was created by Presidential Diamonds, which you'll learn what that is in a moment. Top people just like you and me who did really well in this business, learned things along the way and then helped make these guides. I'm not making my own. So we did PIP. Now the E is enroll people. So really teach them how to set up their membership, just like you did if you're watching this. And then support is when the teaching begins. So it's after someone enrolls that really the education starts and the relationship starts. And I will do everything from, I send some really good welcome emails with videos. I'll sometimes send a book. I'll get on a call. And I only go towards people that come towards me. So it's just the people that really want to learn that I'll spend time with and Make sure they are understanding what's going on. I just want to make sure that I am in fact recording. I think I am. Okay. So the build guide, this is what we're going through right now. The live guide we went through. I'll do a separate video for the share guide and the launch guide, which really shows you the first steps to take to launch your business. I'm going to skip down first to page 8. And just to ask yourself, so what would make the biggest impact in your life? Do you want to become debt-free? Do you want a generous savings account? Do you want financial freedom and charitable giving? I would say to do this, you really need to start committing 10 hours a week. And look, I did not start there. My first 6 months, I did like 1 or 2 hours a week. But when I really got into 10 hours a week, I really started to make a dent in my debt. I started to really earn more, and I started to shift my schedule. When you want time freedom, building your dreams, all the self-improvement, financial planning, that's about 10 to 15 hours per week. And when you want to be truly doing what you love, living a life infused with travel, education, service, spending time with family, that's around the 25 to 30 hours. Now, truth be told, I only like 1 week a month will put in 25 to 30 hours. The rest of the time I'm doing much less. And I'm still really amping up my business. I'm a gold, so I'll show you what that means. But there'll be a time where I'm just maintaining my rank, and then I really have the freedom to take much more time off, right? Once that pipeline is turned on. Okay, so let's go back up here and see what all of this means. So what is the earning potential, and how does it work? Let's see if I've forgotten to say anything to you guys. Okay, that's good. So the first rank that you get to, that is considered the cornerstone of our business, is something called Elite. On average, once you've enrolled about 15 or more people, you're an elite. And this means you're making about $300 a month. And you plus your organization is doing about $3,000 worth of sales of the oils every month. So that's what Elite is. And you got to be so proud of yourself once you get there, because once you get there, you can get to any rank, I promise. So keep going. The next rank is Premier. It's between $700 and $800 a month. To be a Premier, you get 2 people, 2 executives. So 2 people that are doing $2,000 a month in their business and sales. And you plus everyone in your business is doing or selling $5,000 worth of oils, of product every month. So that's Premier. To get to Silver, which is about $2,000 a month, you help and empower 3 people to get to Elite, which you know how to do because you did it. To get to Gold, you help those 3 elites all get to Premier. So this is the dance I'm doing right now between Silver and Gold, and I'm earning right now on average between $3,000 and $4,000 a month with doTERRA. And I'm teaching yoga on top of that. And it is really, really, really amazing. It's really nice. And it means that I get to go to El Salvador twice this year, once for 3 weeks and once for about 4 weeks. Totally life-changing. Once you get those 3 premiers to silvers, you're a platinum. And oh my goodness, you're making almost $10,000 a month between 8 and 9. And once you add another silver to your business, so you've empowered 4 women or 4 people now to grow silver businesses, which means each one of these silvers has 3 elites, you are now a diamond, earning more than $15,000 a month. It keeps going. Once you get those 4 silvers to gold and you add another gold leg to your business, you are a blue diamond, earning almost $40,000 a month. This is before tax, keep in mind. So plan your savings. And once those 5 golds all get to platinum and you add a 6th platinum, you are Presidential Diamond. All of those 6 platinums each have 3 silvers underneath them. And all of those silvers each have 3 elites under them. So you are now leading an amazing group. And also know by this point, all of these platinums at this point, to get to platinum, you are quite self-directed. So you are not responsible for little infants, let's say. Golds and platinums, they know what they're doing. At that moment, you're bringing in and training new people. So how do you make money with doTERRA? The first way is retail sales. So we get our oils at 25% off. You can actually go and physically sell them at retail cost if you like, or people through your back office can actually just click on shop, or I think it's shop, or it's buy or join and save. If they just buy at retail, you get a 25% commission. It's nice. I don't really do it that often because I know that people will get so much more benefit by creating their own account. The second way to earn commissions is Fast Start Bonus, seen here. And you get paid this weekly when you enroll people. So for example, if I enroll someone, let's say with a Home Essentials kit, which is 330 Canadian dollars, I get 20% of that. That's $66. My upline who enrolled me, Maddie, will get $33, 10%. And her upline who enrolled her, or who's her enroller, Nicole, will get 5%, which is about $16. If you do not enroll anyone that week, you do not get any Fast Start bonus, but it's really nice. The second way to make money, the third way to make money with doTERRA is something called Power of 3. So once you are doing a 100 PV LRP order, if you're not sure what that is, go back to the Live Guide. That means that you're doing an order that's about 140 Canadian dollars. Once you are doing that, and then 3 people on your front line are also doing a 100 PV monthly order, and you plus everyone on your front line adds up to 600 overall volume, because keep in mind, you plus 3 people at 100 only adds up to 400. So either you're each doing a little bit more, or there's some extra people on your front line. Once you've done that, you get $50 Canadian. Comes to like between 60 and 66 Canadian. Sorry, it's 50 American. Once each of these 3 people create the same structure, so they're all doing a 100 PV LRP order, with 3 people also doing a 100 PV LRP order, and them plus their front line adds up to 600, you get $250. It replaces the 50, it doesn't add on. Once each of these 3 people, and these 3 people, and these 3 people, so all 9 people, also create the same structure, so now there's 27 people on your third row, all doing a 100 PV LRP order, and each of their little organizations add up to 600 PV, them on their plus their front line. You get an extra $1,500 American, which is between 18 and 19 Canadian dollars, which is really nice. So this bonus is really, really nice when you get it. I've gotten the third level quite a few times. And it's also a bonus that you don't need to only focus on. And as you start to build and understand placements, you will see that. It's not something we need to get into right now, but just understand that this is an option for you, and you can build this out in a number of months. The fourth way to make money with doTERRA is something called uni-level bonus, which is a simple percentage of sales. It takes the longest time to grow, this bonus, but it is your most stable and most steady, and ultimately becomes your largest bonus. So on the first level of people that you enroll, you're getting 2% of all their sales. On the second level of everyone in your organization, whether you enrolled them or someone else enrolled them, you're getting 3%. On your third level, it goes to 5%, all the way down. So on your 7th level, you are getting 7%. So ideally, you build everywhere between your 1st and your 7th level placing most of your people on your third, fourth, fifth level. So why do I love this so much is that we get incentivized to build deep, which means we get incentivized to support our team. So teamwork and co-creation have been built into the business structure. We actually get paid more to support our team. There are other MLM structures that I have seen where it's the opposite. You get paid more for the people immediately on your front line. And while that's a little bit more money in the short run, in the long run, it doesn't build as cohesive as a team, and you actually don't make as much money. So just to get a sense here, as an example, if you had 729 people on your sixth level, and this is an example, if they were all doing 150 PV orders, you would be getting $9,000 just from that row, plus everyone on your fifth row, plus everyone on your fourth, third, second, and first, and so on. The reason why you want to get at least to silver is because in addition to the bonuses you get being silver, you also get paid down to your seventh level. If you're only at premier, you only get paid to your sixth, and if you're at elite, you only get paid to your fifth. The fifth way you get paid in doTERRA is something called leadership bonuses. So 1% of total sales is divided up between all the premiers and the silvers. And there are quite a lot of premier and silvers in doTERRA. They say that 60% approximately, of all wellness advocates get to silver. So that comes out to about anywhere between $150 and $300. Then 2% is divided up between silvers, golds, and platinums. And on average, a gold gets about $750 for once they get that gold rank. And platinum gets about $1,500. So these all add up to make these totals that I showed you over here. Then 1% is divided up between your diamond, blue diamond, and presidential. 1% to diamonds, 1% to blue diamonds, and 1% divided up amongst all the presidential diamonds. So once you're on presidential, this bonus is like $30,000 just on its own. That's why your presidential is getting almost $100,000 each month. Amongst the blue diamonds, it's around $15,000, and amongst the diamonds, it's about $4,000. So if in your mind right now you're saying, oh, that's crazy, or that's insane, or I can't believe that, I really want you to watch your language. Our words are like spells. So if you're telling the universe that it's so crazy and insane to earn $50,000 a month, the universe knows that you don't like things that are crazy and insane. It doesn't feel good to feel crazy and insane. So the word that I use instead is, wow, that's delightful. $50,000 a month, that is delightful. I am delighted by the concept of that, and I am welcoming that, and I'm excited for that to become a reality. And I am so clear on what I will do with that money. And just a hint, half of it's going to go to taxes anyways. So you're working with about $25,000. And there are savings, and there are trainings you want to take, and there's travel you want to do, and you can divide it up and organize it. So once you get that clarity, it's a lot easier for the universe to bring you that money. So this is what we're doing. We are truly changing lives. That's what I feel like I'm doing with doTERRA when I'm sharing the oils, when I am teaching you this business overview. I'm truly teaching a new paradigm. And did you know that network marketing, this model, is the #1 way that women who stay at home, work from home, and are able to be with their families and their kids, it's the #1 way that they earn 6 figures or more. And also the #1 way that women become millionaires. This is huge. The networking model, in conjunction with a high-quality product or service, presents an unparalleled opportunity for people to thrive, and I absolutely believe that. So in terms of hours, how are you actually going to do this? I get this question a lot, and truly it's about how smart you are with your hours, smart you are with your time. So you're taking care of your inner states, that you can be guided by your intuition, is paramount here. And to ground it, if you do 3 to 5 hours a week, you can get to Elite in 2 to 3 months. You can get to Premier in 6 months. So what does that look like? It looks like you enroll about 3 customers and 1 builder every month, earning between $300 and $700 a month. If you do 10 to 15 hours a week, you can get to Elite in 1 to 2 months, Silver in 6 to 9 months, and Gold in 1 to 2 years. In all honesty, I'm coming up on 3 years in October, which will be in about 4 months from now, 5 months from now. And I started probably doing 0 hours a week, and then I went to 1, and then I went to 3, and then I went to 5, and now I'm at a good 15. It took me just over 2 years to get to Gold, and I touched Gold once, and then now I'm sort of a steady Silver. And I'm committed to 15 and sometimes 20 hours a week towards the end of the month. And if you start right away by giving 15 to 30 hours a week of pipes, so preparing, inviting, presenting, enrolling, and supporting, you'll get to Elite in 1 month, Silver in 2 to 3 months, and Diamond in 1 to 3 years. So what does it look like? If you enroll about 8 customers and 2 builders every month, this is how you'll do it. So 3 steps to launch your business. 1 is you got to live the wellness. You got to use the oils. You need to have them change your life. You need to have these breakthrough experiences. The second thing you do is that you share these experiences with others, and then you launch your business. I am Elite in 30 days outrageous, 60 days is a good target, 90 days is average. And I'm going to go through the launch guide and the share guide in a short 10-minute video after this. Start to really think about whose lives you're going to change, because that's absolutely what you're doing. And again, if you start to feel nervous or scared of like, oh, I'm going to call people and bother them or look like a fool or look like this weird MLM lady, just know that if Maddie had not written to me, and we were not good friends, we were like yoga acquaintances, I would not be here. All the people whose lives I've changed would not be here. You would not be here. So shift that story, turn it on its head and say, who am I to be selfish enough to let the fear and the preservation of my own ego stop me from sharing this amazing opportunity with people? That's what you need to start to do. And even if they say no, your courage and your bravery and your generosity is going to inspire them in some way. Bringing hope, healing hearts, raising leaders, living dreams. And that is what we're doing. So I hope this was really, really useful to you. Please ask me any questions, and please also watch the share guide and launch guide, which will be a short 10-minute video. So get some tea, move around, and then come back and watch it.